A lot can happen in a day, or a month, or a year. And now some news has just broken out, and some people are going crazy, other people are understandably nuts and upset, and no, I told you. As y'all know, Microsoft's Xbox One only sold about 5 million more units than the Wii U, which means they underperformed, and as well as Halo 5. And of course, the fans are in complete denial. And I mean, every bit of denial. And some are even just telling me, oh, no, 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 sales aren't really that bad. Or Halo 5 sales weren't under. Tomb Raider didn't really bomb. It's now selling 1 million copies. It sold bad. See, if you don't accept these facts, it's going to be even worse for the company, which it already is. I don't think it's reversible. And I remember, I mean, you had people out there running around saying, oh, but this is going to be a year of Microsoft, and they have all these games, more exclusives than Sony. And I kept saying over and over and over, or tried to tell them, it's not going to happen. And I, of course, and then as I said, I didn't know which way Halo 5 was going to go. Halo 5 was a success, but it's undersold. And I knew Tomb Raider was a failure. Many people who knew Tomb Raider was a failure. There was even some, I mean, even Black Bond, who was bashing the hell out of Nintendo, said Tomb Raider's not going to fail. It's going to kill Nintendo. Well, everything was going to kill Nintendo. Everything was out to kill Nintendo, according to Black Bond. Go to his videos lately. He's now complaining more about Xbox fanboys than ever before. Of course, that's what Black Bond does. He goes after the hot topic of hate. Whatever's being hated the most, and he'll switch his views even if it already conflicts with his before views. And what I mean was, when everybody was hating on Nintendo, Killer Instinct making you pay for a beta was a horrible thing. But now that everyone's hating on Microsoft more, the the beta that they're making you pay for now is a horrible thing, according to him. And the reason why he switched it, because hating on Nintendo's not the hot thing anymore. Especially since the 3DS is still selling like fucking hot rocks. It's hating on Microsoft. That's the new in right now, because that's what Black Bond does. He's not kissing corporate ass or anything like that. He's doing whatever the he's basically doing what all the other people are doing. If they're all going to hate on Atari, you'll see him making endless amounts of bashing on Atari. He's going to do what everybody else does. If the hot news thing is to jump off a bridge while screaming whatever, he'll do it. Because he does whatever the populace does. He does what the crowd does. You know, he wants to be in the in crowd, and that's Blackmon in a nutshell. Mr. I want to be in the in crowd, so I'm going to make fun of what everyone else is making fun of. Yes, yeah, yes, I pretty much, well, I've always bashed on Microsoft, even when the 360 was out. Even though I thought the 360 was a better machine than the PS3. But at least I stand on my beliefs. And I also don't make shit up. Never did, even though he's got me on a blacklist, even though Black Bond blocked me because, you know, like I said, the populace at the time were all bashing the shit out of Nintendo, and anybody who didn't do what everyone else was doing, Black Bond basically blocked. And, he blocked me because I wouldn't bash Nintendo like everyone else would. I was bashing Microsoft, and I made a Microsoft joke, and I got banned. Of course, it turns out in the end I was right. Hell, of course, I've even screen captured the entire fucking post and what got me banned from him, and it's hilarious. And by the way, I think the PS4 is a much better machine than the Wii U by a longest fucking stretch of any imagination. I think hardware wise, it's just great. The controller, though, yeah, I'm not so hot about on PS4 controller. Uh, Quality wise, I think Nintendo did a better controller. Even Microsoft did. Sony not so much. But I still think the PS4 is the much more better, superior console overall. Besides that, Black Bonnie will do whatever the in crowd tells him to do, and he'll do it. I'm not joking. He really will do whatever the in crowd will tell him to do. As long as they say, oh, but it's the next hot thing. Of course, speaking of Microsoft, they've decided to delay pretty much half or most of their games. And Scalebound, which is the biggest, and some people are defending it, saying, "Oh, but you're just, delays are. I mean, other games get delayed too. Why don't you complain about them?" Well, first of all, we're in 2016, which just started. I don't know, last week. Yeah, at the end of last week. And a game on Microsoft's platform has been delayed until next year. And not only that, nearly every single of its exclusives have now been announced for the PC platform. I don't know about you, but I'm going to be blunt about this. I think Microsoft's going to abandon their Xbox division. I think they're going to shut the whole thing down. I don't really like it. I would rather them sell to another company and let them deal with it. But I mean, even Halo Wars is now being ported to the PC for no explanation. Halo Wars. And Rare, ever since that company came out and was bought by Microsoft, and all the employees who used to work there left, and the new employees came in, and everybody's saying, oh, but the old Rare is coming back. Show me one original employee who's coming back to Rare. They're now making a game for PC. I mean, their game that was going to be an Xbox exclusive is now being made for Windows. Pretty much Rare is just a shell of its former self. There's nothing left of that company. Just a bunch of embarrassing idiots. And I mean, of course, with the unsuccessful Halo 5 and dropping in sales, and nobody giving two shits about it, Microsoft has gotten real serious problems. Mainly because Halo 5 or Halo was their flagship, and uh, if Halo and Gears is already failing since the last one, so things aren't looking very good. I really do feel sorry for Microsoft, but you know what? Nobody dug that hole but them. And with all those games being delayed, I mean, even Recore got delayed and now going to be ported to PC, which I mean, and that one ship game that Rare's making, and Scalebound's gonna go PC and is delayed until next year, even though it was supposed to come out the same time Uncharted came out. That's a massive delay. I think Scalebound's gonna be canned. I think it's gonna be canceled. I think a lot of those games are gonna end up canceled. Scalebound being the big one because that's a big delay. That's a huge delay. Last time games get a huge delay like that, they usually don't come out. I mean, remember StarCraft Ghost, where I think it had one delay and then all of a sudden had another delay would come in another year. Where they at the beginning of one year they announced it was going to come out the next year, and then when that year finally came up, they said 3 more year delay. And then people realized, yeah, it's not going to happen because it just got longer and longer and longer and longer until it was being like delayed for 5 or 6 days until they said, yeah, we officially canceled it. And that's what's happening to Scalebound. The delay line is just getting longer and longer. The more closer we get to the actual date, and if we get by next year and they're going to delay Scalebound another 2 years, and then we get close to that date and then another 3 years, yeah, it's canceled. And things aren't looking for Quantum Break since it's releasing when Uncharted is coming out, and it's going to suffer the same fate Tomb Raider did. A more popular game in a more established franchise. Well, Tomb Raider was a more established franchise, but the thing about Quantum Break is you don't want to release that game when more accomplished franchises come out because it's a new franchise and you're going to kill it before it even has a chance. Yeah. Well, so long, Xbox. I knew thee well. This is just sad. I mean, I've hated Xbox my entire life, but I didn't think it would just go down like this. See ya.